Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Coffee Talk, Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. Or is it the other way around? I can't quite remember. Either way, they're both drinks that we serve. Looks like bad weather again tonight. I'm quickly going to look at the old tea chill before we get started here. So Hyde, we did, I think, although he didn't like what we served him, it kind of did fit what he asked for. Don't know why that's updated, unless Bailey's probably going to come in today. That might be why. It's updated. Okay. Let's go to the top. Riona, bad traffic at Yale Street. Avoid. She seems to do a lot of traffic updates, doesn't she? I mean, she has sort of drive for her job. I could really use a good cup of tea right now. Well, maybe we'll see you today, Myrtle. Lucas, how to make your timeline more fun. Oh, I always read these out of sequence. I have tons to think about every day, like how to make a timeline more fun. Okay. Aqua, it's sometimes scary how so many things come into factor as you make a decision. It shouldn't be that hard, right? Yeah, I wonder if we're going to help edge towards a solution for our problem today. Let's hope it doesn't bring bad tidings. Bailey's. I don't know. What are you going to be, Bailey's? We kind of know what he looks like. It's been a while since I've done a Scot. Let's try a Scot. I don't know. I think it's a very nice colour scheme. Lua was French, wasn't she? Well, I think he's lacking something. He's too dainty. Dainty? What would you like then? Red, black and purple? Oh, well, that wouldn't be the worst. Okay then, why not? But you have to commit to it. No tech packs this time. I don't know why I went on the K sounds there. I don't know. Je ne sais pas. Maybe. Let's take a break from the topic. I only have time for a quick drink before I go back to work. And it's not like we're going to decide now anyway. Maybe that's the problem. How are we supposed to plan this wedding? If we keep postponing every choice we need to make. Hey, boring dad, what do you think? Beer green, lilac and daffodil yellow, or red, black and purple? Babe, don't put boring dad on this spot. No, it's quite alright, it's just that I wouldn't know. Look at him glaring at me. This is your wedding? Your opinions matter, not mine. Trouble is, we don't know what our opinions are. And when we think we do, we change our mind. Just like the centerpiece is. Oh please, can we not talk about that now? I really thought we'd agreed on the cute cottagecore ones. The ones you spot on Tomatochill. I mean, they were your pick in the first place. They were, but they were also too expensive. We have to be realistic. Well, weddings in general are expensive. Especially when you want to have 200 guests. Oh, that's a low blow. I can't just disinvite my extended family. The key word is extended. Do you even know half these people? Well, that's not the issue. If I invite one of them, I have to invite them all. I think every couple who's getting married has probably had this discussion. It's like a domino effect. Besides, they'll be paying for part of the wedding. I still don't think they should. I can pull my weight. If we have to choose, I'd rather we have the beautiful things you like. Even if it means we have fewer guests. Well, if my family's not shipping in, we might not be able to afford either. Oh, thanks for the vote of confidence. I don't want our wedding to be just a random meal. With a bunch of people we're not even that close to. And I said, I'll make sure we can afford a dream wedding. Oh, it's gone Irish there. Oh, Dad, trying. I don't want you to. Saved by the bell. I didn't hear a bell. Yo, that's where oh, her phone probably. I really cannot linger. I think I'll have that drink now, boring dad. Of course, what can I get you? Something that will keep me awake. I still have work to do and my head hurts. So I guess strong coffee will be good. And with a nice spicy kick, please. Any preference on the spicy kick? No, any strong coffee with spice will do. Coffee. Ginger? Ginger's a good thing to wake you up, isn't it? It's going to be very bitter. But is this a thing? If this is a thing, I'll serve it. It might just be my random junk. Oh, it's a Jahe Tubruk. Okay. Or Tubruk. Wow. Serve it. Yeah. And a Jahe Tubruk for the lady. Oh, an oldie goodie. Perfect. I can feel myself relaxing already. What? You're weird. The thing doesn't smell relaxing to me at all. You're weird. I guess we're both weird. That we are. Ooh, hides back. My lovely weirdo. Hey, my perfect misfit. Oh, this is so much better. Oh, it really is. Have I mentioned I love your smile? Oh, never enough. Ugh, disgusting. I'm going to need something real spicy to wash this down. And I'd love to serve it to you, Hyde. If Bailey's doesn't want to order, that is. Hyde, sorry, didn't you come in? Yes, I know. You were too busy doing, whatever you were doing. Hey, Hyde. Go ahead, get yourself a drink. I can wait. I'll stick here for a while anyway, until Lua properly gets off work. All right, then. Did you hear me, boring dad? Spicy is the name of the game. Any preference on the spice of the base? Nope, just make sure it's got a spicy kick of something and then double it. Alright, we'll give him the red. And we're going to put 2 ginger in. And we're going to hope this is something. Zobo. Oh, how about that? That's an actual thing we made. Serve it. Bloodish red. I felt up for a challenge, so try this. If you don't like hibiscus in this, you never will. Let's see if you've cracked the Hyde code. Well, this is kind of troublesome, boring dad. You know me a little too well. Ah, so I take it this works for you. This is a perfectly executed Zobo, if I ever tasted one. Glad to see you've made good use of your ginger resupply. So you knew I couldn't get it right last time. Forgive an old man his jokes. Anyhow, this is the only acceptable way to drink hibiscus. I used to have a friend in Lagos who made me Zobo like this. Every time I visited, she lived near the harbour. We would sit down and drink it and watch the boats float by. Hey, that sounds lovely. She was a good friend. She isn't anymore? When you've got a vampire's lifespan, friends come and go. Oh, that's sad. You get used to it. Isn't this where you say something about enjoying each moment even more? Or grief being the price you pay for love? I'm afraid it's a lot more mundane than that. Some things you forget, and others you just get better at moving on. Anyway, speaking of enjoying the moment, your family troubles have sorted themselves out, yes? Still on the marriage track? Yeah, we are. Oh, we definitely are. Not getting too bored? Oh, not really. Turns out planning a wedding is, suitably entertaining. Oh, that's one way of putting it. Can't wait to be at the marriage stage of it, to be honest. Could you sound any less enthusiastic? Hey. Oh, here they go again. Good to see that some things don't change. And such a dramatic backdrop, too. You should start serving popcorn, boring Dad. I'd be more enthusiastic if we didn't fight about it every single time. No, I'm not engaging with this right now. I've got to go to work anyway. Right, and I'm gonna have a drink. Bye, boring Dad. Bye. See ya. Ugh. What can I make you, Mr. Bailey's? I think something warm, sweet and comforting, please. A hot chocolate, perhaps? Aye, hot chocolate with honey and milk could work. Man who knows what he wants. Chocolate with milk and honey. I may have got it the wrong way around. I don't know if order matters. Yeah, let's actually trash that. And do it exactly the way that he lists. So we'll have chocolate, honey, then milk. A Chocobi Miruku. Let's have it. There we go, a Chocobi Miruku for you. Aye, perfect. Ah, this feels so good, boring Dad. It means a lot that you're always looking out for all of us. On a miserable night like this. Ah, it's heartwarming. But of course, you're our valued customers. I hope Lua didn't get too soaked. You do care a lot about her. Yeah, of course I do. Then why all the fighting? You tell me. This wedding is bringing out the worst in us. Since we sorted out the situation with my family. You mean since you cut them off? Hey, since I stopped talking to their judgmental faces. Lou and I haven't fought about anything. Until now. Every time we try to organise this thing, it's like we become different people. Let me ask you something. Go ahead. What do you want from this wedding? How do you mean? Oh, it's not complicated. I'm just asking what you want. If you close your eyes and picture the day, what do you see? Honestly, I have no clue. I know Laura's there, but that's about it. Oh, that's not a bad start, in truth. But if you don't have specific expectations, why don't you just let her do what she wants? Hey. You make it sound so easy. I want her to have what she wants. That's exactly what I've been trying to achieve. I've been picking up on everything she's liking on Tomorrowchill. Every wedding picture she's pinning online. All the places she finds cool. All the fashion designers she follows. She deserves to have all that. To have a special day. But every time I make a suggestion, she won't hear of it. She says it's too much, too expensive, too this, too that. Is it too much, too expensive? Aye, that's not the point. I didn't want to have a shabby wedding, just because I'm estranged from my family. I want her to have what she wants, what she deserves. A proper princess wedding. You're a remarkably presumptuous young man. Mr. Hyde. No, nay, that's alright. I know Hyde helped Lua back in the day. If he's got something to say, I want to hear it. Good, because I was going to say it whether you like it or not. You're sitting here going on about everything Lua should want. As if you could know what's in someone else's heart. Even when you love someone. No, especially when you love someone. You should never presume to know what they need. Lua is the only one who can tell what Lua wants. Hey, but that's exactly the problem. When I ask her, she always says she doesn't know. Then give her time to figure it out. It's not going to help if you pressure her with 1,000 suggestions a minute. Or if you try and force her into some sort of princess wedding, just to make you feel good about yourself. But what if it takes so long that we reach old age, and we're still not married? If you reach old age and you're still together, married or not, well, I think that counts as a win. And since we're talking about taking some time, you should also use that time to figure out what you want. Otherwise, the best you'll get is a wedding, based on your skewed idea of what Lua's wedding should be. That sounds pretty sad to me. Well, that wasn't pleasant to hear. Baileys? Hey, but it also wasn't wrong. Give her time to figure it out give her time and figure out what I want, huh? Sounds so simple. Should have thought about that before, I guess. You're not bad at this tough love thing, are you, Hyde? So a quick look at the phone, now they've sorted that out. So we've got some new recipes today, that was pretty cool. We got a Jahi Tubruk. We got a Chocobi Miruku. And we got a Zobo. That's pretty nice. Let's look at all our recipes. We've got a few on the list now. I would imagine we've probably got about, I don't know, a quarter discovered, something like that. Look at friends. Have we found Bailey's birthday, freelance designer and #1 pumpkin spice fan? Lua. Oh, goodness. Okay, I have a Swiss viewer, Delta. I'm going to be looking to you in the comments to translate this for me. I will do my best to read it out. Votre aime est un passage choisi. Couvent charmant masque et burgamesque. Jouant de luth et dansant et croisi. Triste soulire déguisement fantastique. Fantastique. I think that's how you said it. I have no idea what any of that says. Although that is a repeat of this. So Delta said that's something like, he said it's your, something about your soul choosing itself. I don't know. I will look to my Swiss translator for that. Part of Lost Angels Agency. Old enough, yet still seeking the truth and purpose of life. We're doing quite well with Hyde. Cool. Rachel, Dad just found a missing photo of my childhood, and I can only wish you can see how cute I am as a kitten. Very cute, I'm sure. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Perhaps I should consider a career in couples counselling. Hey, that doesn't sound as much fun as modelling. Doesn't it? Modelling gets old after a while. I thought you were having a good time in LA. I was. Until I wasn't. I'm moving to Seattle, in fact. I kept my contract with the agency, just in case. But there aren't many modelling jobs to be had here. Really? What are you gonna do then? Go back to my mafia dwarf buddies, of course. Oh, come on, I'm obviously kidding. Are you? Ah, phew. I wouldn't go back to them, I'd go back to being chased by them. Besides, I checked on them and everyone I used to find entertaining has retired now. Meanwhile, their grandkids manage the whole enterprise. Like it's some sort of startup. Are we seriously talking about the mafia right now? Oh, well, that's for me to know, and for you to wonder about. Mr. Hyde likes to play a little. Guilty as charged. I can't help it. When I see an earnest face, I have to tease it. I'll take that as a compliment. But also, what's wrong with managing things like a startup? That sounds like a pretty efficient approach, right? You young people, impatient in business like you're impatient in love. Efficiency isn't everything. I have all the time in the world. I don't care if things are done fast. I want them done right. Yeah, maybe you should go into slow fashion. Oh, fine arts. If you paint with oils, that'll take some proper time. Fine arts were the first thing I got good at a few centuries ago, but my style isn't trendy nowadays. Too much chiaroscuro lighting. And putting blue in skin tones isn't novel anymore. If you're insinuating that you're Rembrandt... Shh. If my mafia buddies find out, I'll be in trouble. You're always joking around, Hyde. You're a pretty great listener. I hope you also have people who listen to you. Yeah, I'm moving here to be closer to them. What was that? Nothing. I believe your phone's ringing. Aye, it's Lua. She's done with work for the day. Finally. In a hurry to leave here, Mr. Bayliss? No, not at all. But I am looking forward to going home. And keeping bickering? Nah, I don't think so. I had an epiphany just now. Must be something in the drink. I'm going to leave the topic alone for a little while. Oh, good elf. Enjoy your night, then. I think I will. Thanks, Hyde. And thanks, boring dad. Of course. Have a good night, Mr. Bayliss. Mr. Hyde. What was that about the mafia and modelling and fine arts? Are you genuinely considering a career change? All I'm considering right now is whether my car got nicked. I know old man Georgie said this area is safe, and it's a bit of a pile of junk. But it's a pile of junk with sentimental value. I sense a story. Oh, it's quite a story indeed. But I'll make it short because it's getting pretty late. I got this car many moons ago, back when Gala was my bodyguard. I had been stuck in Seattle for a while, working day in and day out. At some point, I decided that I needed a proper break. But, you know Gala, he's a bit of a stickler for the rules. There was no way I could have a night out in the middle of a big job. Not on his watch. So you slipped his watch? You know me well, boring dad. Some friends and I, we decided to get together. I was to provide the ride, they provided the entertainment. I did the usual thing. I waited until Gala was sound asleep. Then I left a pile of pillows under the duvet, Hyde-shaped, and I snuck out of the hotel room. There was only one problem. Gala was my chauffeur as well. He had your car keys. He had my car keys. And I wasn't about to poke the bear wolf. So I went to the nearest dealership and got the cheapest car I could find. I only intended to keep it for the night, you see. I'll spare you the details, but my friends and I, we drove to a lovely spot with a view for the sort of action which I admit might appear ambiguous from the outside, but to me was very enjoyable indeed. We were right in the thick of it when, suddenly, we hear a tap on the window. Let me guess, that was Gala, the wolf himself. He peers inside, then he starts banging on the door so hard the whole car is shaking. We all just kind of freeze, and then he says, "How dare you kidnap Mr. Hyde?" Opens the door and tosses my dates outside. Mr. Hyde, you're not winding me up, are you? Oh, boring dad, I wish. Sorry, it still sends me into a fit just to think about it. He princess carried me out of the car, if you can believe that. Oh, that's a conscientious bodyguard if ever I heard of one. Right, truly earning his yearly bonus. I didn't even have the chance to explain the situation. At least not until he removed my gag. Gala acted like he was angry, but in reality he was mortified. If not as mortified as my dates, whom I had to pick out of the grass. Poor Gala. Ouch, boring Dad, I see where your allegiance lies. Personally, I say poor me. I never saw those lovely friends again after that fiasco. But I couldn't be angry at Gala even then. In fact, I found his chivalry rather charming. He didn't seem to find my antics quite as charming, though. He had woken up, hadn't found me, and was already suspecting the worst. And that was before he discovered me in a strange car in the middle of nowhere. In a compromising position. I think he was truly terrified on my account. So, he stopped talking to me for a few weeks. Well, that doesn't sound unfair. Yes, I suppose it wasn't. He also wouldn't give me my car keys back. I got stuck with this old thing you can see outside. And the worst of it is, if you can believe it, I decided, as a grand gesture, to chauffeur him around in it. He stopped sulking really quickly after that. I suspect he wasn't a huge fan of my driving. Anyhow, I decided to keep the car in the end, for whatever reason. My car collection has had some serious turnover, but this one isn't going anywhere. I must have replaced everything inside it a dozen times over. And it's very banged up, but I guess I've grown fond of it by now. We're both a little stuck in time, this car and I. You're rather more sentimental than I thought, Mr. Hyde. Sentimental, hmm? That's what you took away from that story? Ah, but I suppose you're right. Good thing it's only us here. I can plausibly deny this conversation ever took place. Still, the rain has stopped, and this is my cue to go. Before I lose all my remaining cred. I hope the car is safe and sound. So do I. And, boring Dad? Yes? No, nothing. Have a good night. Good night, Mr. Hyde. And safe journey home. Tarek, tea with milk mixed by pouring the two repeatedly between cups. Ah, originally from Malaysia. Interesting. Monday, September 25th, 2023. First wave of visa applications to Europe rejected for failure to include passport signatures. Okay. The rise and fall of Weirdstein box offices. A brief history. Okay. Sold out. Replica astronaut suits experiencing an extreme increase in sales. That's got to do with... This must be to do with the aliens, right? The Silver and... I can't remember her name. Amanda, was it? I think so. Anyway, we're going to leave it there once again. So thanks very much for watching this episode of Coffee Talk, episode 2. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please do hit the like button on the video. Leave me a comment. It'd be great to hear what you guys think about the game and this playthrough. And yeah, subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't done so already. That would be amazing. So thank you very much. And I'll hope to see you next time for more Coffee Talk, episode 2. Bye for now.